Guardian Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
We'll warn you right now, things may get a little fucked up and crazy.
What's even worse is I had a kid come in, and I was shitting in the urinal, and he came in, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
But if that's something you're into, then Mikes and Men is the show for you. The boys are going to cover it all without holding back. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you could learn a thing or two. It's Mikes and Men, only on CBW.
No Outlet Live.
Hey, I'm Jay Remy, host of No Outlet Live. If you're in a podcast that explore any and everything, check us out. We stream anywhere you listen or watch podcasts, or just type No Outlet Live, one word, in your Google search bar to find the show. Live Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook. No Outlet Live, your road to boredom ends here. Do you like Tessa? Do you think this will be a date that can last?
Well, she's not very articulate.
I've been wasting so much time bitching and sitting on my ass, stuffing my face with pizza, jerking off and feeling sad. There's gotta be more to life than self-pity and feeling alone. This town has gone to hell, and now I finally feel at home. So I'm running away on a cold, lonely plane, screaming for Colorado. Yeah, I'll sleep in the dirt like the scene of a postcard and collect a few new scars on my hands and my heart. 'Cause I've never felt as alive as I do when I wanna die. Resist the abyss, Lord knows that I try. Pull back this plastic, break it down to the wires. Douse what's wrong with me, completely in gasoline. Then light up a smoke, flick it into the pile. Watch what was once burst up into flames. There's a bite in the air, let the fire take hold. 'Cause baby, who will keep you warm when the world's so goddamn cold?
%96 of adults go to work hungover the day after a holiday party. New Year's has the worst statistics, with almost 58% of highway deaths being alcohol-related. 40% of highway deaths during the holidays are alcohol-related. This holiday, stay home, stay at a friend's or a family's house. Be safe this holiday season. Don't drink and drive.
Charge my phone!
No Outlet Live.
It is another episode of No Outlet Live. This is February 5th, 2022. We had just had a whole lot of football happen.
Yes, we did.
Oh, yes, we did. We've had Anthony Miano's book release, The Changing of the Gods. You can see this right here. I am your host, Jay Remy. You can find us anywhere on the internet. Just Google us. You can look up No Outlet Live, one word. You see the logo over here going crazy, doing his dance for you. And I am accompanied by the one and only Anthony Miano.
And if you like our show, please recommend us to friends and family.
Yeah, that is definitely...
Seriously, we are desperately trying to increase our audience.
Yeah, we're trying to increase the audience. We're, actually our statistics on a lot of things have greatly improved. Our age range goes from 16 to around, I think, 65.
Wow. I didn't have an upper limit in mind on what I thought our listener base was, but I don't think I would have guessed as high as 65.
We have a actual male to female ratio. We get more male listeners than we do a lot of females.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Why doesn't it surprise you?
Well, think about it. We're two guys. We don't discuss anything that would be especially appealing to women. And conversely, I think a podcast like ours with two women would have a mostly female audience.
Well, actually, when this show had started, we were in broadcasting school when this all kicked off, right? Now, do you remember that we had one of the instructors of our broadcasting school was a fan of our show, and she's a film, she does a lot of film in the big industry.
Really?
Yeah, she really was.
That sounds great. Was her name Megan Boundy?
That is Megan Boundy.
Okay, yeah, I guess she didn't share that with me because I barely interacted with her while we were there.
We had an episode where we were talking about women's rights and I think things like that during one of the political things like the election or something like that.
Okay, because I gotta say, it surprised me that we discussed women's rights. Not that we have a problem with that, mind you, but yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank on that one.
No, she pulled me aside after one of our episodes, and she was really into it. But besides that, it's been a little while since I've been lacking on my videos that I bring to the show, and I got a good list of videos, so let me pull these up real quick for you. Hold on. Okay. Let's just jump into some video. Hold on. So the top of this is a TikTok that I found. I don't know how to pronounce these words. It says Tupi Hollandaise.
I think it's pronounced. The second one is Hollandaise, and
Hollandaise.
The only reason I've ever heard of that word is it's a sauce.
Now, if you look at the background of this video, it looks like they're in it looks like a casino, and they have this weird game that I've never seen in any casino. It says a game played by only the rich and the elite since the 20th century.
My first thought was that I didn't think that was a game. I thought it was like art.
Now, check this out. Do you see the concept of this?
I'm guessing the objective is to spin the top in a way that it will ring the bell. Right
yes.
there.
Now, another thing that makes me think this is casino type of... This might be true. This is a rich casino game for real ballers, billionaires, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. A dealer has to spin the top, and it goes around the table, and if it rings the bell that you bet on, you win the bet.
Okay. Oh, so there's multiple bells. Okay.
Yes, there's bells on the other side. You also see up here where I have my cursor, there's like a monster or something up here. So there's like guardians of a goal also, I think. I think on each side of this table there's probably a hole.
Yeah, the one on screen now, it looks kind of like he's wearing a funny hat.
It's a couple of horns.
No, not that one.
Oh, this
that
one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the ones that hold a bell are very tall. There's a bell hanging from where would be a crotch. And a top goes around the table with walls.
So getting his bell wrong would be especially painful, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Because normally that's slang for head injury.
You see how close that was? Also, let me stop it one more time. You could watch the show on Facebook Live and also on our Facebook page and on YouTube. All of the episodes are on there. So if you want to see what we were talking about, you got to follow No Outlet Live on YouTube. But if you're listening on Apple or Spotify or whatnot, there's a top that's spinning around a table that has walls and goalies, it looks like. And the post says that this is for rich people, like trillionaires and billionaires. You see that? This guy up here, he's the dealer of the top.
So it's not going to ring any bell at all.
And that's the gamble. I think house wins. If the top does not touch one of the bells or go into this goal over here, because you see there's a couple of like monsters or something, and then there's this thing, or is that just where? Oh, hold on. Now that I'm looking further into this, this is a smaller. That doesn't even have a bell. I don't know what this game is. It's like a figure eight setup. You see what I mean?
Basically, a way for rich and powerful to flaunt their money is a way to say, yeah, the money I'm betting on this could build schools or house homeless people.
No.
But it won't. I'm going to
No.
spend it on a childish game instead, motherfuckers.
No, I'm thinking that this is a very obscure game, and then the buy-in has to be large amounts. Like, we're talking like 1 million buy-in. And then, when somebody's really doubling down, you're talking about millions of dollars are played on this game. But there's 3 like monsters in the middle of this table.
No, the monsters are anyone that can afford to bet on this game, because chances are nobody accumulates that much money and still remain a good human being.
That is actually very true. Let me move on to another video that pulled up. I grabbed this one for you, Anthony. You see that? Now look down at this box. It says, move me around. I'll stay put. This fellow walked up and put him into a true salute stance
Aye.
and saluted him back, because obviously this man that threw money in the box and then put him in a position is a veteran. And he said, "Let me salute a true American," and put it off to the crowd. I thought of you when I found this video.
I appreciate that. Oh, it looks like he's a Ravens fan.
Yeah, it's a Baltimore guy. Let's look a little more.
And now he's putting him in parade rest.
You want to repeat that?
Now he's at parade rest.
Parade rest. That's after you salute like a respectable veteran or whatever.
No. There's a whole thing about you're supposed to stand at parade rest to talk to NCOs. It's supposed to instill discipline, but in reality, it's more of a way to put people in their place.
You might be right, because if we go back here a little bit, he taps him on his stomach, on his tummy before he walks away. You see his hand right there? Hold on. Look at the tummy tap. Yeah.
Okay, was the AC/DC playing while it was filmed, or did they put it on?
I think Vegas might be popping like that. Now let's check out this one that I found for us. Hold on. Let me pause this, because this one has me thinking. I don't know what to think. And honestly, anybody that's watching this show... Oh. Okay. So our phone number is 216-647-0064. Tell me what you think of this. We're going to have to analyze this.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! God. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That bitch just fell out the window, man! Oh, shit!
Okay, so we're about halfway through this video. Let me go back to the beginning and just look at how it starts. There's a piece of wood. She's banging it on the seal of the window. Now, did she jump or get thrown?
I think pushed.
That looks like she was pushed. Let's look at it one more time, because this is so weird.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing ever. It looks like a jump to me. What?
Oh, shit! God damn it!
This dude said, "Oh shit!" But she was banging the wood at the neighbor's house and is freaking out. Oh, the police are right there.
Okay, this just makes me curious, like.
Yeah, what is going on here?
Because at first I thought she was using that wood as like a makeshift hammer, like she was trying to pound in a nail.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like she's fixing the window. And then, what is that?
Oh, shit!
Dude, I think she jumped out of that window.
I don't think she would have had the wood there if that's what she was planning to do. Just the way her legs went out, it felt like...
But then the police are there and handcuffing her at the end. That is such a weird video. Let me jump into a couple more here.
I'm thinking she must not have landed on her head, though.
Oh, hold on. This one is great. I don't know if I believe this. Tell me if you do.
And Red Bull, Gonna break the glass, whatever. Here we go. Watch this. Red Bull. Gonna break the glass, whatever. Here we go. Watch this.
Do you think Red Bull will do that to your car windows? I don't think so.
I think they probably had.
Something they set that up.
Yeah, somehow there's those things you can buy that are like window punchers that are intended for if your car's underwater so that you can punch your way out the window.
Now, I also remember when I was a child, they said that you use a spark plug. If you use a spark plug on a window, I remember hearing, you could bust it open easily.
I have no idea. Yeah, I think that thing was staged. I just can't see.
That definitely was like a staged thing, right?
And if it wasn't, then the FDA needs to be yanking every can of Red Bull off the shelves, because if it can do that to glass, just imagine what it could do to human organs.
That is true. No. Let me pull up another video. I'm pretty sure the next one is another one that made me think of you. Yup. Hold on.
Oh, there's a dog.
Yes, there's a dog. I know you are a dog lover. Hold on. What is going on here? If you're looking at the screen, it says down here, getting a little thick. Hashtag Knox. Hashtag TikTok vids. Hashtag reels. Hashtag funny videos. Check out this. This made me think of you too.
You're getting a little thick, OG.
Well, you getting a little thick, Knox.
You're getting a little thick, OG.
Yes.
That dog's like, what the fuck did you just say?
It is funny though, because that's like a female dog. And he's like, you getting thick. She gives her that look like a female would, like, stop playing with me, like, where you call me fat. But then the next guy, he's got a male Doberman. Look at his face. Just look at that doggers.
Well, you getting a little thick, Knox.
Are we sure that's his dog?
Yeah, that's his dog. Dexter would do that to me.
Dexter's a nice doggy, though. He's a good boy, mostly.
He is a good boy. So tell me a little bit more about how have things been going with your book? Have you been reaching out to more places, talking to more people about your book? The Changing of the Gods.
Yep.
You could get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
And authorhouse.com, that's the publisher. And if you happen to live in Chagrin Falls, you can buy a copy at Fireside Books. I got them to agree to carry it.
Man.
They have one. If someone buys it, they will order more.
That's the move, man. You got to work to get it where you need it to be.
I'm also trying to get YouTubers that do book-related content to... I've compiled a list. Most of them haven't even responded, but the smallest one I've contacted has 7,000 subscribers.
7,000 subscribers? That could be... You always want to count what your predictions are around the 50% range. You could potentially get 3,000 books sold.
And then perhaps it's the even if a limited number of an audience that is now exposed to it buys it, likes it, they might spread it further. My biggest target has just under 2 million subscribers.
Oh man, who is that?
I can't remember. I've contacted so many of them. Yeah, brains kind of shorted out. I'm also trying to get in front of people like Rick Riordan. He was the author of the Percy Jackson books.
Oh man, that would be a big move, is getting a hold of the Percy Jackson novelist.
Yeah. Why him? Well, because those books have been the most popular Greek mythology-related media in recent years.
Yeah, Greek mythology is the beginning of your book. Now, when I started reading this, I noticed that it starts off in the midst of a story already being told. It seems like you're already in like the end of Game of Thrones or something.
Well, it was set at the beginning is set at the end of the Trojan War. You remember the story, the Trojan horse and the sacking of Troy?
Yes, that's where they made the giant wooden horses to go up to the castle gates, right?
Yeah, and so the very beginning is set in the underworld while the Greek army is burning and pillaging Troy. The people that are dying are filing into the underworld.
Dude, I really love the concept of this book because I'm into things like that. Like, I can nerd out in a big way on, like, Harry Potter, big series of films. I love Star Wars. I just finished Game of Thrones, and I was late to the party, but I'm telling you, that was one of the best shows I think I've ever watched.
Oh yeah, there's some things that are taken from other nerd stuff in the book. Like I've got Apollo and Artemis, who are twins, both excellent at archery. You remember? Did you see any of the CW series Arrow?
Yeah, I did watch that after I watched Endgame.
You remember how Oliver uses his bow as a blunt instrument up close?
Yeah.
So that it's
yeah.
Useful.
You can't forget that.
Yeah. So I have Apollo and Artemis doing the same thing.
Oh man. And Apollo, refresh my memory.
He's the god of the sun. He basically, the Greeks believe that the sun rose and fell because he dragged it across the sky with his horse-drawn chariot every day.
Have you ever tried to like look deep into like what was the true story of Apollo?
I did enough research about him to build the character, but what are you getting at?
Well, I mean, like on YouTube, honestly, I've been preaching this for well over a decade that when YouTube started, you had access to college professors, all these people, TED Talks, people like famous historians are covered by people on YouTube, and you can look up like college like philosophers and stuff that are very well studied in that field.
Oh yeah, that was part of the foundation. There's this History Channel series called Clash of the Gods that aired back in 2009. It would have
one of the apps that I watch a lot of TV on. I've been scrolling past that show a lot. I don't know what platform it is though.
Oh yeah, there's Unfortunately, this show only got one season, and I was so disappointed because there was still so much they could have covered. And even with their limited time, they managed to do Zeus, Hades, Medusa, the Minotaur, Thor, Odysseus, J.R.R. Tolkien. Well, okay, it was about his
now,
universe.
does this show cover like the actual texts that originate these stories?
It does. And
does it seem like they were real people?
Some of them, most of them, no.
That's what grabs my attention to, like, when they actually detail one of the ancient gods, like the Roman gods or whatever it is, when it seems like there's an actual story behind that character. And the ancient ones, we don't know if they're real or not.
Well, I think that they were they were formed as embodiments of different aspects of human psychology. They were ways before science took hold, ways for people to explain how the world worked. Like, for example, when it rained, the ancient Greeks wouldn't say it's raining. They would say Zeus is raining. Their explanation for thunder and lightning was, oh, Zeus must be mad right now.
But was that like just like a thing that you would say, like when people get mad in this day and age, you'd be like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And that goes back to like the godly aspect of just having a term. It's weird how you say stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and it's funny. I had a supervisor at a previous job who would get mad and yell, Jesus Christ, and I'd be like, yeah, John, I don't think he's going to be any help here.
Yeah, not in this situation, bud.
Yeah, and this dude was had a bit of a temper. Like the door in the men's room opened. It was a push door, and
you have a problem with bathrooms.
Why?
I don't think you know bathroom etiquette.
Well, just let me finish the sentence. there was a handle-shaped hole in the wall.
Whoa. Are you talking about a glory hole situation right now?
No, I'm talking about him slamming the door open in anger and punching a hole in the wall with the handle.
Whoa. Was that so he could make a glory hole situation with you?
God, I hope not. Thank you for that unpleasant mental image.
With that being said, this is No Outlet Live. We'll be back. We got to take a commercial break real quick. I got a couple more things lined up for the show. Do you have the news? Do you have any teasers we could tell the fans?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Asshole.
Whoa.
Mountain lions.
Mountain lions are assholes. They'll get your dog. If you live in an area and you're listening or watching and you have mountain lions in the area, watch your dogs. Because they will eat your dog.
It's like Krusty the Clown said. Hey, Yuts, guns aren't toys. They're for family protection, hunting dangerous or delicious animals, and keeping the King of England out of your face.
Mountain lions could be actually good eating.
Well,
if you could catch them, who knows? Do you know anybody that ate mountain lion?
Well, no, and I get the feeling if you're in a situation where you have to kill a mountain lion, you're probably not going to be thinking about eating it.
Well, with having to do with eating, let me put a little teaser in of my own. Is that later we're going to talk about some of the places that I've eaten and some of the foods that I've eaten in my life, and I would not pass up mountain lion.
I mean, I would try it, but I'm not willing to seek one out for that purpose. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I would probably seek it out. We're on two different sides of the spectrum. This is No Outlet Live, and we'll be right back after this break.
The Education of Jazz, with your host, Hakeem H., bringing you the absolute best for your listening pleasure in America's only true art form of music. I'll be playing your favorites each day, everything from Duke, Coltrane, Julian Cannonball Adderley, to George Duke, Bob James, Kenny G, and so many more. We'll have guest artists to interview, locally and national artists, and even a live call-in from you, the audience. Tune in daily from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. to unwind your day for the Education of Jazz.
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
It's that time of year again. The snow is getting ready to fall, and you're going to need a plowman to get you to the winter. Call Gifted Hands Landscaping. They handle all your lawn and snow care needs. Services include gutter cleaning, snow removal, leaf pickup, weed pickup, and more. Call Tate at 216-925-8473 to receive a free quote. Don't wait until the last minute. This is Cleveland. The snow is coming whether you like it or not. Again, that number is 216-925-8473. Gifted Hands Landscaping.
All of our loved ones always die in December. I miss the night times that I can't remember. Venom-filled veins and stone-cold sedation. Drugs are amazing and I fucking hate it. Kick the dirt off from your heels, darling. There's hell inside of these eyes. Let's lose ourselves around the cold rings of Saturn tonight. Fade away deep down into the depths. I wanna be swept out to sea. Life can seem like an ill-conceived illusion. There's no solution for some sicknesses. My soul turns to stone and I sink into the abyss. Chasing pipe dreams has its drawbacks. And without you, the world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you.
Charge my phone!
No Outlet Live.
It's No Outlet Live. You could call into the line 216-647-0064.
We will take any call, no matter how crazy you are.
Who was that guy's name last week?
Olaf.
It was Olaf.
He was cousin fucker from one of those Scandinavian countries.
That is correct. So I'm thinking
It's also possible he was Canadian and just lying about where he was from.
I really do feel like that was a Canadian. It's weird that you say that, because when I heard the accent, it sounded like a Canadian trying to mimic the accent of somebody.
And a caller and potential callers, if you're feeling weird, there's no need to feel shame. You can use a false name.
Oh man, he got the taglines tonight.
Yeah, not okay. Full disclosure, I stole that one from Frasier.
Oh, Frasier, you been watching Frasier?
I have. That was from the one where his station manager told all the on-air talent to come up write a little jingle to introduce their shows, and Frasier ended up hiring a choir and an orchestra and had them all come in, and there was like people speaking German and
No, you want to know something weird is that you've been watching Frasier. That's an older show that not too many people, like the new generations, they're not looking for that show. I have found out that Knight Rider is on Netflix. And I watched Knight Rider all of the time.
That's the one with David Hasselhoff and the talking car, right?
Yes. Hey, Michael, you are making a bad decision, Michael.
Wow. So just imagine
I've been watching it so much. I love the show.
Yeah, how many seasons did that run?
It was on for a long time. I mean, it's a legitimate show.
Probably some plot recycling. I mean, how much can you really do with a talking car?
It's an 80s show, so there's a lot of plot recycling. Every episode is a plot recycle. But it's so good. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of put myself in that time, and I look at how they film it, and it's amazing. I mean, Knight Rider is a great show.
Yeah, I imagine it got canceled once the cocaine wore off.
He does look like an old 80s cocaine addict.
Well, no, I don't mean Hasselhoff himself. I mean, like, the network execs that greenlit that show. And the people that thought of it. Like, I saw this one thing. It was a picture of a sign on Facebook somewhere that said, "If you think your ideas are stupid, just remember, someone pitched Sharknado with a straight face."
Sharknado was, when I watched that, I mean, have you gone back and watched Twister?
It's been a while, but yeah, I've seen it.
Twister was so horrible. That was the worst CGI. I mean, everything about it was so bad.
Bear in mind, it was the mid-90s. It had just been invented.
Oh, the CGI?
Yeah. I think like the earliest movies that you made extensive use of CGI I can think of were like, I think Independence Day. The first
Independence Day was really good.
Ludicrous, but yeah, it was a good popcorn movie.
I mean, a lot of them. When CGI started, like, we could talk about the beginning of The Matrix, the first Matrix movie. The CGI at that time was amazing. If you watch it now, it kind of changes a little bit because of our perspective on what it could be.
But you gotta, at least for the technical parts of movies, you gotta evaluate them in the context of the time they were made, as in what they had available to work with. I mean, and honestly, I've gotten kind of sick of CGI myself.
I do too when it's used the wrong way. I think they should use it for minor touches.
Yeah.
In actual acting.
Yeah, I appreciated it most in its. Have you watched the Netflix show Daredevil?
I have watched Daredevil, but the one that got me was The Punisher.
Yeah, I like those shows better than I did any of the big budget movies because the lack of CGI and the close quarters makes it feel like Matt Murdock and Frank Castle are genuinely in danger.
It's like you're really in the moment because they got true film. Like the feel of actually having film is so much different than when you load it up with a bunch of computer effects.
Yeah, the prison break scene in Daredevil was just
amazing. Everything,
the detail they put in, like, remember exactly how Matt Murdock escaped from that prison?
It's been so long since I watched that show because
he visited there using Foggy's lawyer ID so that he could.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't even think I ever finished watching Daredevil because at one point I was a diehard Daredevil fan, and then I stopped watching it for a long time. I don't think I finished it.
Yeah. Wilson Fisk sends a couple of inmates to kill him. They fail, and then so Fisk controls most of the prison. He sets a riot off just to kill Matt Murdock. Murdock ends up in a laundry room with the leader of the Albanian mafia guys that are in there. he negotiates a deal where he's like, look, if you help me get out of here alive, I'll help put Fisk back in here so you can take another shot at him. The guy agrees, and then...
Is this show available on Netflix still?
Oh, yeah. And then this other inmate...
How much do you watch this?
I've only seen this scene a couple times. So one of the other...
How do you remember this much of something you've only seen a couple times?
Well, I've also rewatched the scene on YouTube, and this other inmate takes the uniform.
You can't just say that and have me not ask. How do you notice a scene and then rewatch that on YouTube, the same clip, and then just you soak in information?
Well, this is also one of the videos that I would watch while I was working out at home with my home kit, because
this is something that pumps you up and gets you ready to get fit.
I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but I train with knives.
Okay, but that's fine. I mean, is that a part of the scene?
Yeah.
Where he goes and murks people off with knives?
Well, no, the way this Albanian mafia guy that's helping him escape takes the riot uniform off an unconscious guard and then pretends to be escorting Matt out of the prison. And Murdoch, they come to this locked door, and Murdoch is like so on point that he's like, okay, there's a key in the upper left pocket on your vest. And then turns out there is, and that opens the door. And it was like an 11-minute long uninterrupted shot.
I'm gonna have to actually jump back into Daredevil. In the meantime, do you want to jump into the news?
Well, I thought we could slowly walk our way in. Yes, let's jump.
No Outlet Live News with Anthony Miano.
What story are we going to start with?
Let's start off with something funny. Let's, the mom and Picture Day. Let's go with that story.
Mom on Picture Day. Okay.
Yes, so I'll wait till you pull it back up on screen. There we are. Yes, so a mother sent her 3-year-old daughter to school on Picture Day wearing a shirt that said, Sasshole.
Sasshole?
Yes.
And that was a problem?
Yeah, especially since, if you scroll down a little bit...
This is the video?
Or, yeah, actually just play the video. That says it better than I could.
Hold on. Let me replay this. I tried a widescreen and it wouldn't let me. Wants me to log in. I'm not trying to log in right now. Let me replay this. But the picture says asshole. I mean, that's
because the letter,
kind of ridiculous.
That's because the letter S was covered up.
Yeah, but still, they knew what shirt they bought their kids.
I know, and honestly...
You gotta be an adult and make the executive decision. That was the wrong one to make.
Yeah, and especially the kid's 3, so in another 10, 11 years... I wonder if mom will probably revert to being the typical parent, be like, oh no, you are not leaving this house wearing that.
Yeah, no, I can't deal with that. I'm just going to dismiss that news story because that is horrible. Let's go into the insider.com. A wealthy Silicon Valley town has blocked new affordable housing projects by declaring itself a mountain lion habitat. Oh, man. That's not good.
Yeah, basically, they're using environmentalism as a way to prop up NIMBYism.
What is NIMBYism?
Yeah, it's a acronym NIMBY. Not in my backyard.
Yeah, I mean, you do have problems with it. We were just talking about this earlier. Mountain lion will eat your dog. I mean, they'll come up and grab your kid.
Yeah, I don't think these people are worried about the safety of their kids or dogs, though.
We love animals, Dick Brown says. Every house that's built is 1 or more acre taken away from mountain lions' habitat. They're trying to grow more of these mountain lions, and I don't know, man. I know cats very well. They're vicious. If cats want to kill you, they'll kill you. Even your house cat. A house cat could kill you.
They just, for the most part, lack the ability.
No, sometimes they do have the ability.
Like,
it's weird.
Like by climbing to a high space and pushing something heavy on so that it lands on your head.
A cat could get at your throat, and they know where your veins are. Like, cats are master killers.
Well, there's a way to prevent that, and you know what that is?
What is that?
Keep all books on human biology and anatomy out of your home. If the cats can't get a hold of the books, they can't read up on how to do it.
Check this out. My mom, throughout the 90s, she was like really big into like animal stuff. She had breeded snakes, rats, she bred cats, had tons of cats her whole life, dogs. She's a veterinarian.
Did she try to crossbreed any of these animals to create like mutant super animals?
No, she didn't, but she had a bunch of cats. I remember showing up to my mom's house in the 90s, and she had these cats, and every now and then some of them would get a little frisky and like ready for war, and my mom and the cats would go at it. I mean, they would fight it out throughout the house all the time.
And was there ever a clear winner, or
check this out? I got a
what are the casualty reports from
on our next break? I promise you right now, I'm gonna show you a picture that I have of myself with I think a ball-nosed python or something that my mom was breeding snakes at one point. And one of her snakes was like, I was maybe 7 years old, and I was getting choked out by like a 7-foot snake, and they all thought it was funny.
Yeah, so was your mom like had a Dr. Mephisto thing, the mad scientist from South Park? He was like
with the 3-butt monkey.
He was like, and then after it doesn't work out, he's like, maybe I was wrong to play God. Perhaps I should just leave nature to its simple one-assed schematics.
All right, hold on. We can't bail on the news, so let's go into this other story that you have.
Yes, our other story is our last story that I submitted is considerably less humorous.
On the dailydot.com, it's not your responsibility. TikToker accidentally receives $3,000 from an old job management, told her to send them a check.
Yeah, but then apparently...
When is this? Hold on. Let me scroll up. When is this story from? February 4th. So this is yesterday. Spokesperson for the Texas Education Agency, the individual from the viral TikTok, never an employee of the Texas... What?
Yeah, I'm confused as fuck here.
Hinge Audio is proof.
The original motor oil is
better
than ever.
I assure the audience that this story has nothing to do with Valvoline.
Is this the video from it, though? I had to skip the ad.
That men are not real.
Thinking about you, no. If you're lucky enough to go on a date with me, I will sing that for
Wait a
you.
minute. What the?
Jesse Pinkman.
What is this? What is that?
I did not watch that video. It looks like an ad.
That was from Hinge, the dating app. Hold on, this must be it down here.
Yes.
Okay, so what is going on here?
So I sent this email to the business office that handles the payroll and everything. I was like, hey, I live over an hour away. I'm not coming all the way down there. She told me she was going to contact the bank and see what was going on, basically, and then said that she spoke with the bank and they can reverse it and that it's in the process of being reversed. My ass was not about to drive all the way down there under any circumstances. Not.
This sounds like a very privileged little kid. I think I know what's going on here. She was owed $3,000. The employer was the Texas of Education Agency. She didn't receive it. I'm 24. I don't have checks. I don't know anybody that actually has a checkbook anymore, she says. That's not a lie. I mean, checkbooks have died.
Yeah, I still keep the ones I have just so in case I need just because my banking account and routing number are on them.
Can you remember the last time do you write checks?
Not since my apartment complex had us start paying our rent online.
The internet has taken over all of that. I don't have to write a check. I have written checks, but when the internet made it it was more available for me to. I pay all of my bills and everything through the internet.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I first opened a bank account, I was 18, and the internet was already up and running and available to most people. It just hadn't evolved to take over. It wasn't involved in every function of daily life yet.
The cell phone made that happen.
Yeah. I mean, when I get to be an old man, I'm going to be like, when I was your age, we had to find a computer to use the internet.
You know what I've thought about a lot lately is when I get old, my first job was subscribing people to the local paper.
Oh, yeah. So have you thought about how you're going to explain what newspapers were?
Exactly. It's super weird to think that, newspapers are already forgotten.
It's like one of the only good jokes in any of the recent Simpsons episodes. A guy approaches Grandpa and says, "Hi, I'm a reporter from this one newspaper." And Grandpa's like, "A newspaper?" And Grandpa's like, "Hot diggity! Something that's gonna die before I do!" I mean, there is one good thing, as they said, there is one good thing about newspapers even in this day and age. You know what that is?
There's nothing good about a newspaper
yes, there is.
Today.
There is.
Nothing at all.
You haven't heard it. You can't swat someone with a rolled-up internet.
You know what? I could swat somebody with my Ethernet cord.
Well, okay. That'll be more useful for strangling people.
No, SWAT. Why make somebody die quick when you could just mercilessly beat them with an Ethernet cord?
Well, it must be a thick Ethernet cord, because otherwise it would be like when, Mr. Burns trying to beat a guy to death with a baseball bat. I mean, the bat was thick enough, but he's like, ugh, and he's just barely able to tap the guy.
Yeah, screw this chick that thinks...
This story is possibly the most...
There's something so millennial and weird about it.
Well, it doesn't sound like this woman has done anything wrong. And...
In a video reply to the viral clip, Amaraya says that she was eventually able to reverse the transaction without requiring a check by contacting the bank. To do a reversal, there's a fee she got played out $3,000, and I don't know if she was.
And this article and this story is referring to her as the alleged employee, and I'm thinking, okay, any employer that has trouble confirming whether or not someone worked for them.
I see what the problem is here.
And what's that?
They gave her $3,000. She didn't actually earn it. It was an error in the system. That's a problem.
Yeah, but
if you're relying, like, let's say that you own a business and you have payroll and you got to pay these employees, and something happens in the internet that makes you pay one of these like servers $3,000, and then you're like, that's the mistake. You gotta give that money back, and then I'm gonna give you your check, but you gotta give me my $3,000. She was like, nah.
Well, for one, they asked her to send a check. She doesn't have. If she doesn't have a checkbook, then what do they expect her to?
They could have worked something out. They could have done an internet transaction.
It looks like they did, but she has a point that she shouldn't have to drive 45 minutes away to the nearest bank.
Yeah, you gave me the money that you deposited it.
Yeah, and frankly, they should be grateful that she cooperated with them without having to get the authorities involved. Because
that's ridiculous.
Regardless of what kind of person this woman is, they fucked up, not her.
Now, I'm telling you right now, if my job deposited $20,000 into my bank account, they're not getting it back. I mean, there's no chance. I will run from the police and the FBI and all of that over, you gave me your money. It's done. I own it. I got the money.
Yeah, if I were the authorities, I would definitely be siding with the employee. I mean, unless it means that, like, other people aren't going to get paid at all because this happened, okay, maybe then, but especially depending on the size of the business, I'd be like, yeah, you fucked up. You're going to pay you're going to experience the consequences just like regular people would. Business.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a weird situation.
Yeah, this kind of makes me want to learn more and not learn more, because there's something about her allegedly getting fired because of harassment and stalking by her ex-husband. I'm like, how did he...
She probably set up the transaction. That's why this is a big story.
I know, I know, but I'm wondering, unless...
Is this like an Italian job?
I'm wondering how someone can manipulate an employer they no longer work for to accidentally give them money. Exactly. That was my reaction.
That is exactly it. This is No Outlet Live. You can find us on Google. One word, No Outlet Live. We are everywhere. We stream in every place, but you can only find the video stream live on Facebook or on YouTube just after that episode drops. We'll be back right after this quick break. Have you ever wondered where to get the hands-on training to be on the radio or even on the news? Ohio Media School. Take the quiz online on the website beonair.com to see if media broadcasting is the right field for you. Learn by doing is the school style. We know there is no substitute for operating the tools of broadcasting under the direction of broadcast professionals. The classes and studio sessions are run with the same professional informality that is found throughout the broadcast industry. Ohio Media School, 216-503-5900, or visit the campus at 9885 Rockside Road, Independence, Ohio. Ohio Media School, where broadcasting dreams become reality.
COVID-19 is spreading profusely. There are hundreds, even thousands of cases occurring each and every day. Here are some ways you can help stop the spread of this devastating virus. First, avoid sharing food and drink with others, even family members. Wear a mask to protect each other, and cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue. With the holidays being right around the corner, we all want to stay safe so we're able to stop this awful disease so we have a better 2021.
A crying clown stands on the stage. Yeah, I crave the applause, but hate painting my face. Do I make you laugh? Have I made you cry? Does it even matter what I do or if I try? What's the fucking point? Is there even one? Don't mean to bring the party down while we're having fun, but these days are blurs, all designed the same. Did I lose my goddamn mind, or is it just my brain? It hurts to know no one needs you now. The curtains close and take a final bow. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here anymore.
The hottest DJ.
Buddy Addison's here to make sweet, sweet love to your ears whenever the fuck I feel like it. Tune in to CBW and maybe if you're lucky, I'll be on.
Or just invite me over for a good time.
Are you looking for a place to have custom t-shirts made for your business? Well, we have the place for you. Flat House Press works with 100% eco-friendly materials for all of you conscious folks and can put out orders in a fraction of the time large-scale competitors do. They are a fun, locally grown Cleveland original clothing company. Go to flathousepress.com and check out the variety of party toys, headbands, and clothing in their catalog.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.
This is No Outlet Live.
Is that a midget or a child?
What?
I was taken completely out of context there. I don't remember what the original context was.
Taken out of context there. We'd have to look back throughout all of the episodes.
Why do I have a feeling you really are obsessive enough that you'll actually do that?
Oh, I am very obsessive enough, and I will go through that. Let me ask you, what's your show? What is your TV show that you watch?
Well, I don't know. I could probably fill up a whole broadcast just listening to them. But let's see, what am I... Well, I watched most of the entire run of a new series in the last 2 days.
And what series is that? Would you recommend it to me?
Yes, it's Reacher on Amazon Video.
Oh, I don't have Amazon. I'm not trying to get another subscription. We got 3 of them, and
you're not an Amazon Prime member, are you?
No.
Okay.
I think my lady is.
Then it's included with your Amazon Prime membership.
Oh man, we might be able to watch some Reacher.
Yeah,
that's the show.
Yeah, it's 8 episodes.
Is that exclusively Prime?
It is for now. It's based on the Jack Reacher novels. It's about a retired military police soldier who becomes a drifter.
Now, isn't Jack Reacher in the movies played by Tom Cruise?
Yes, and that pissed off the fans of the books immensely.
It made them mad?
Yeah, because in the books, it's a plot point that Jack Reacher is huge, like 6'4", 240 pounds.
Oh, and they played little Tom Cruise to be a big man, and he wasn't actually the character for the role. They should have chose, like, The Rock.
Well, here's the problem. I read a review of the TV series, and it said Tom Cruise had the charisma but not the size, and this new guy is the reverse.
Whoa.
Yeah, now, this Jack Reacher, he was a military police soldier, commander of a special investigations unit, and he's also, like, able to kill people with a single punch.
Let me tell you what I've been watching. There's this show on Netflix called Meat Eater. A meat eater. Okay?
Why do I have a feeling you thought it had nothing to do with food?
Oh, it has to do with hunting and food. It's a hunter show. You can find it on Netflix. It's called Meat Eater. It's really good. I mean, I've been watching it from all the way up until you showed up. I was watching Meat Eater from about 9 in the morning.
That good.
I mean,
like
it's
you,
so
you,
good.
you literally watched the show for 9 hours straight.
Yes. I sat back and was so lazy all day watching Meat Eater, and it's incredible.
And how long are the episodes a piece?
They're like maybe 45 minutes. I'm not sure.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever binge watched that many episodes of anything consecutively.
That's a problem I have, is that I watch a lot of stuff, but what really catches my attention is food.
Oh, yeah, I love food.
I have put together my own favorite list of restaurants around Cleveland where all of the best food is, in my opinion, in Cleveland. Okay, cool. Making sure that I'm still... Now, hold on. I'm opening up all of these restaurants right in front of everyone. I want to start with the Greenhouse Tavern. That is actually not here no more. That was across the street from Hilarities downtown. Greenhouse Tavern was started by a chef named Jonathan Sawyer. He had like tax problems, but at this restaurant, the Greenhouse Tavern in Cleveland, I took my sister out for a birthday dinner, and we bought a pig's head. So odd. For an area like this, you wouldn't think that you could buy that.
I wouldn't think that you could buy that anywhere that was operating legally.
It was excellent. I mean, it's weird. To be able to look an animal in the face as you're eating its face is a whole different way of eating food. I did that. It was at the Greenhouse Tavern. This guy had tax problems or something. He handled all of that, Jonathan Sawyer, and then he went to Chicago and opened a restaurant there. This dude made all of his own Vinegar, and he's the truth. I mean, this dude was the truth. Great chef. One of the best places I've ever eaten at.
Anywhere that's still operating that you could recommend.
So that's where I'm going to go to next. Batu Kui. Batu Kui is a place that I went to a couple of times. You see this wonderful website right here. Look at this, like, steak.
Are you trying to make... You know this could risk shorting out my microphone by making me start drooling.
Now, check this out. Batu Kui is ran out of a house in West Cleveland. When you show up to this restaurant, it's somebody's house. But it's a house restaurant. It's weird.
A house-restaurant.
Like, to go to the bathroom, you're waiting in line, at like a home bathroom. But the food there and the service is outstanding. This is somewhere I would highly recommend anybody visiting Cleveland. You go to Badu Kui. That place is so great. I had the best experience. I was just in a neighborhood and showed up to a house and ended up in one of the greatest restaurants in Cleveland.
And this wasn't a planned trip?
Yes, it was a planned trip.
Okay.
My girlfriend found this one. It's a Brazilian food. Check out Badu Kui in West Cleveland.
You know, I don't think I've ever had Brazilian food before.
We went on a campaign of trying new foods from all these different ethnic backgrounds. That's what I love. Trying new food. There was another one. Have you ever tried Thai food?
I have. It's been a while.
The Banana Blossom Thai Cuisine in West Cleveland. This place has the best duck. If you want to eat duck, I'm telling you, go to the Banana Blossom.
Oh, yeah.
This place is so good. And if you like spicy food, this is like the place. Because I've bought like their extra spicy stuff, and it was too much for me. I couldn't do all that.
Yeah, Thai restaurant? I don't know. I can't picture you dressing up.
I dress up.
Get it. Thai as in
Actually, on our next episode,
that was a play on words based on the spelling of Thai, as in short for the country and the piece of cloth worn around.
I know how to do a Windsor knot. Okay.
Well, look at you, Mr. Hoity-toity.
And then I'm going to bring you lastly to right close to where we are right now is the Standard on 185th. This place is where I'll be next week.
Sounds a little arrogant, like we set the bar for all restaurants by calling
Kalgua Caviar. It's $65 per ounce. Oysters Rockefeller. Okay?
So
Escargot Oi Improvenence. It's a fennel, shallots, garlic, butter, and pernod.
Yeah, I've never heard half those words before.
Dude, you gotta start. I gotta take you out to some good places to eat.
Now,
I can't even pronounce a lot of this.
Coquille Saint-Jacques.
Saint-Jacques. You gotta put a little in there.
Sacre bleu! Here shows those Americans who looks like the frog, eh?
That's damn right. And those are my recommendations. If you come to Cleveland, you check out them restaurants, and I promise you will be satisfied. That is the most satisfied I've ever been.
Does this place have a maitre d's and do you have a reservation, sir?
They do. They have people at the door, and it's weird because you're halfway into the hood when you go to the Standard, but you're also in this environment. The Standard is so great. I'm so excited for Valentine's Day coming up. That's where we're gonna go and have the most excellent dinner with some wine, maybe some champagne, some champagne.
Yeah, I prefer to pretend Valentine's Day doesn't exist.
Man, why don't you? I think you got your standards up too high.
Yeah, the one way I can cope is to just think about it as little as possible.
I mean, Tessa's still in the studio. She's been waiting for you for a long, long time.
Yeah, there's not a word in the English language strong enough to describe the no on this one.
over. The level of no has never been so low. So, you know, I've been thinking about a couple of things. I want to try and get a hold of Jinxie Bonesaw. This has been, like, really a big thing of me. You remember Jinxie Bonesaw, right?
Yeah, she's gonna have to be a phone guest unless.
Yeah, there's no way we can't go to Arizona or
I was gonna say there's no way
wherever, whatever garbage heap in the desert.
Well, I meant there's no way we're gonna get her to come here, but yeah, that's accurate too.
Her family is from here,
and from what I heard and from what I remember, that would be all the more reason she wouldn't come here.
Yeah, that is
because something had to be pretty fucked up for her to go where she went and leave the way she did.
Yeah, that is. It's so wild. She hasn't posted nothing. I mean, that last video that I played was their latest. They haven't posted anything since then. Let's go back to it. It just kind of...
Okay, yeah, she hasn't put any videos up in...
2 months.
Okay, that's... Yeah, we must have played this on the beginning in a previous show because the bar on the screen said that this video was partially watched.
No, I was looking through this earlier trying to see if there was any more new footage from Jinxie Bonesaw on the range in Slab City. I'm not even exactly sure where Slab City.
I thought we determined it was.
It's in the West Coast somewhere.
That it was in the California desert outside of LA.
Hold on, there's.
Wait, click on where it says about. That might tell us something.
Oh yeah, okay. Their description for Slab City is a completely free desert spirit attempting to spread expression through music and art so we can love ourselves better. Currently residing in Slab City.
Okay, so
learn an instrument, ... like the banjo.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, all we can figure for sure is that it's somewhere out west, and that's just from knowing.
She has ram horns. This is Jinxie Bonesaw.
Your mom had those looking attached to my shoulders to walk past Jamie's now. Or walk past Wonderland. Those make you sick. Nobody on here anyway. Walk with me.
It's such a weird video.
Why am I not having trouble picturing her presiding over a human sacrifice?
Hey, how's it going?
But like, you see how the video was breaking up? It's because there's no internet like value in the desert. They literally live in a city of garbage, and she looks like
like 7-11. Weird time, right? I know. But it goes with the date because the date is 11/11. It's like my number. I can't sound. It's the number that got me out here. It's the number that has been like an exponential thing in my life. So I decided to make my next show on the date of November 11th.
Oh, listen to these words.
Your inverter is on. So I decided to make my next show on the date of November 11th. Cool. Your inverter is on. Your batteries are dead. So, tomorrow, my show is at the range, and I was, so my intent is great, okay? My intent is beautiful.
What?
However, my follow through really kind of sucks.
I gotta get her on.
I oftentimes forget to go to things that I said I was going to go to, and or just blow it off entirely. Whatever, my bad. Anyway, Slab City here.
I don't know what to make of her.
It's so crazy, isn't it? Because look at her. I mean, look at this person right here. This is
Why do
you
I
know,
have...
she looks like a shaman from like an ancient from like the medieval days. This is like a shaman.
Yeah, or like some sort of
a witch,
pagan priest.
Yeah, that's the look. She got
Why-
the ram horns.
Why do I have a feeling...
Tribal tattooing on the face.
Why do I have a feeling she can't take those ram's horns off?
Probably not. I get the weird feeling that this person's on meth.
Whatever. My bad. Anyway, Slab City here.
Look at Slab City. It's just a heap of garbage in the desert.
I'd suspect that these
So I'm
people
not
were
gonna
living
cause
off
this
grid. On the
way,
other hand, if they
way
were,
earlier than we-
this would not be on YouTube.
I was supposed to get that way earlier.
Do you think it would be fair to like actually declare their city a real city? They seem like they're free people. To be fair with them, they are free to do what they want, and they just live in nowhere. And every now and then get Wi-Fi to post videos to YouTube.
A week to talk about this specific show, and also do like a Slab City Rules 3, part 3, because there's actually supposed to be 3 to it. But I've been having life problems as it goes, right? Life is crazy. It throws fucking curveballs at you all the time.
I mean, there have been
Every
these like
time you try to,
remote.
like, make a step forward to try to be a better
I
person.
mean, I've heard of people in Siberia that were so isolated that they had no idea World War II occurred.
Well, if you're set astray for so long, you become tribal, and it's a weird thing. This is one thing that I learned when I was younger. At one time I was taught psychology, and I learned about feral people, feral children, feral adults. When you become feral, a weird thing will happen to you, and you will become like an animal again. The only other mammal that can replicate that is pigs, and we match a lot with pigs. If you let a farmed pig out into the wild, it becomes a boar.
So I guess when women say men are pigs, there might be something to it, and not just that they're pissed off.
There is something to it, because if you set a man out into nowhere and leave him to survive, they will become like a feral human.
Yeah, except for maybe certain soldiers. Yeah.
I don't know about that. Have you ever watched the movie Lone Survivor?
Yeah, I can't handle watching those kind of movies.
That fella, I forget his name.
Marcus Luttrell.
Marcus Luttrell. We brought him up on the last episode, didn't we?
I don't think we did.
I remember talking to somebody about Marcus Luttrell. Marcus Luttrell was like starting to go feral when he was stuck in it was Afghanistan. It's a wild movie. I love it. I bought that movie. I bought all of the good war movies.
Yeah, I actually have trouble watching war movies. People are like, oh, because you lived it. And I'm like, no, because I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same struggle in my life because I come from a long line of Navy guys. My grandfather was in World War II in the Navy. My dad, he did a little stint in the Navy. Sometimes I regret that I didn't go.
In the Navy. Sorry. I heard the once that the top brass almost made in the Navy by the Village People their official theme song, and then somebody pointed out to them. Yeah, somebody then pointed out to them what the Village People were really about.
That's the Village People right there. This is No Outlet Live. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. And don't forget that we are brought to you by FlatHousePress.com. Go there. Check out what they got. They got all kinds of cool stuff. The Call Me Uncle shirt. You can see this setup over here. This is for PTSD awareness. I put the Army hat above it because that was for my boy Mike Stangelo. Also, hold on, over in his camera view, we can see the Call Me Uncle with Uncle Sam getting Lady Liberty the way he wants her.
Yeah, I never imagined kinky sex and patriotism could be combined this way, but evidently they can.
They can, and it's America. Fuck yeah. And we'll be right back after this quick break.
Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
We'll warn you right now, things may get a little fucked up and crazy.
What's even worse is I had a kid come in, and I was shitting in the urinal, and he came in, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
But if that's something you're into, then Mikes and Men is the show for you. The boys are gonna cover it all without holding back. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, and you could learn a thing or two. It's Mikes and Men, only on CBW.
No Outlet Live.
Hey, I'm Jay Remy, host of No Outlet Live. If you're in a podcast that explore any and everything, check us out. We stream anywhere you listen or watch podcasts, or just type No Outlet Live, one word, in your Google search bar to find the show. Live Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook. No Outlet Live, your road to boredom ends here. Do you like Tessa? Do you think this will be a date that can last?
Well, she's not very articulate.
I've been wasting so much time bitching and sitting on my ass, stuffing my face with pizza, jerking off and feeling sad. There's gotta be more to life than self-pity and feeling alone. This town has gone to hell, and now I finally feel at home. So I'm running away on a cold, lonely plane, screaming for Colorado. Yeah, I'll sleep in the dirt like the scene of a postcard and collect a few new scars on my hands and my heart. 'Cause I've never felt as alive as I do when I wanna die. Resist the abyss, Lord knows that I try. Pull back this plastic, break it down to the wires. Douse what's wrong with me, completely in gasoline. Then light up a smoke, flick it into the pile. Watch what was once burst up into flames. There's a bite in the air, let the fire take hold. 'Cause baby, who will keep you warm when the world's so goddamn cold?
96% of adults go to work hungover the day after a holiday party. New Year's has the worst statistics, with almost 58% of highway deaths being alcohol related. 40% of highway deaths during the holidays are alcohol related. This holiday, stay home, stay at a friend's or a family's house. Be safe this holiday season. Don't drink and drive.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.
This is No Outlet Live. One word, look us up on Google. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. We're on CastBox. We're everywhere that you could listen to a podcast. Google Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. You can find us on their app, the iHeartRadio app. How do you feel about that, Anthony, that we're spread out a little bit of everywhere?
Well, I am disappointed that that 100% of our audience is from Earth. I was really hoping we'd have reached at least one of the other planets by now.
Now hold on, let me just show everyone where we are at with the demographic.
Wow, we must have...
So that people don't think that we're lying, so we're getting 64% of our listeners are from the United States, but 28% are from France.
Vive la France!
The people in France really love the show. 72% of our listeners are on Apple. Hold on.
Yes,
let me cut that music out.
Yeah, wow, I'm seeing
web browsers. 10% of our listeners come from browsing on the internet. Isn't that very odd?
Well, no, what I find odd is apparently we have listeners in
the Philippines, India,
Saudi Arabia, and Bangladesh.
Very small percentages, though.
And
I mean, this is like a half a listen from various countries.
And I have a feeling I might personally know 100% of our Hungarian audience.
You know our Hungarian audience?
Yeah, my dad happens to live there.
And what would be Hungary? Oh, Hungary, right here. The 1%.
The less than 1%.
The less than 1%.
Now, I mean, of course, he's not Hungarian, but if he's listening to us while he's physically there, then of course it's going to register in our demographics as Hungarian. You know what I mean?
Episode 12 is one of our best episodes. 44 plays. I don't know why that one. There's not even a guest on that one. That was one of our big episodes. Our best episode, though, so far, from what I've seen, has been Andrew Eminger.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great episode.
Was that the one where you did the blind taste test competition?
No, that was Sean Bayhoff. Sean Bayhoff, he was runner-up. The second best episode. We got 13% female. In our age range, oh, I was wrong. It goes to 59 and not 65. Nobody above 59 listens. But 13% of our listenership
in that case,
is from 45 to 59.
Oh, in that case, I don't know all of our Hungarian audience because my dad is over 60.
Whoa.
And apparently we're not very popular with minors, but that's probably a good thing.
No, but from 28 to 34, people love us. They really love it. Just look at devices up here. 22% of our listeners come from iPhones. That's pretty neat. I wonder what other is. It says Windows, iPhone, Android, other.
Other. What could possibly be other?
Yeah, what is other in that? Is that China? With their, what is their cell phone company? Starts with a W. Oh, why?
I'd be surprised if we were legal in China.
Why do you think that we would be legal in China?
They banned Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, some cartoonist drew, or comedian said, apparently there's a resemblance between Winnie the Pooh and their president, so their president banned them.
Oh, I forgot about that. That is an older story now. That was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember on the last season of South Park, Randy tried to expand Tegrity Farms into China, only forgetting that weed was still illegal over there, ended up in prison.
But that was about Wuhan.
Yeah, you forget the part where to get out of prison, he took a hit on behalf of the Chinese government. He murdered Winnie the Pooh.
You are so hip with all of the, you got all the facts of South Park, Family Guy, The Simpsons. You've really studied these shows very strongly. Are you hip to Futurama?
I am.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
No, I tried to, but Rick's voice sounds just like nails on a chalkboard to me.
You have to watch Rick and Morty. If you like these shows, you gotta watch Rick and Morty.
Sorry, I can't stand Rick's voice.
Oh man, Rick is so good.
I did watch the movies that those two characters were based on, Back to the Future.
The Boondocks.
Oh, the Boondocks. I love that one. My favorite character is Uncle Ruckus.
Okay. Alright. I shouldn't even ask because I remember you came to me with some Uncle Ruckus before. That is the show. That was the greatest cartoon. Now, you know, there was articles that just came out recently that said that they got dropped from a new studio that picked them up. A studio picked them up for a new season and then dropped them before they finished the season.
Wow. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me given how much how much Aaron McGruder pissed off the BET network.
Oh my god, they made everybody mad.
Well, no, there were a couple episodes of the Boondocks that were never aired.
I think I've seen them. I remember researching them.
One of them was the Uncle Ruckus reality show where the BET network...
That's a actual episode. That's not taken out.
No, it wasn't aired originally because the BET network, in its never-ending quest to destroy black people, and that's not my description, that's literally what BET says that they intend to do, gives Uncle Ruckus his own reality show.
Yeah, that's...
and their CEO is depicted as dressing and sounding like Dr. Evil. She's like, remember, black entertainment television can't just be bad. It has to be evil. And she has henchmen named Crazy Bitch and Big Word I Can't Say Out Loud.
You better not.
Yeah. Let's just say she uses them to dispose of employees that displease her.
Yeah, I mean, that show was incredible.
Remember the R. Kelly episode?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was iconic.
Yeah, and on the video, he's like, objection, Your Honor, there's no proof that's my client in the video. And then on the video, his phone rings. Yeah, hello? Yes, this is Robert Kelly. Yes, the singer. Oh, you want my social security number? Okay, here it is.
Were you ever a Dragon Ball Z guy?
No.
No, you never liked Dragon Ball Z?
No, I mean, there's enough nerd stuff out there that no one, not even me, can be a fan of all of it.
Well, that was the original.
Is that where the term Super Saiyan came from?
Yes, Super Saiyan. That came from that.
Okay. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm getting it confused with Avatar.
That show started in like the 80s. Dragon Ball Z was a staple of my childhood.
Yeah, the only thing I ever enjoyed out of anime was when South Park parodied it with that.
I remember that episode.
What? Don't! Yeah. The kids were like, you know, in the anime costume, and they cut back and forth, and Butters caught a shuriken in the eye.
Yeah, that's when they stuffed Butters in a refrigerator or in the dump.
No, that was part of Cartman's scheme to go to Casa Bonita.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He needed to
Casa Bonita.
He needed to get Butters out of the way, so he convinced Butters that like the apocalypse was happening, and the only way to stay safe was to hide in the dump.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm really surprised you're not a Dragon Ball Z guy though, because you're really into fitness. I mean, you get into that, and that is a huge part of that show is training.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess anime is just not my thing.
I'm not into all of anime at all.
I also couldn't.
Dragon Ball Z was my thing, though.
Also, I do kind of snicker at the ball part, like Dragon Balls, like, you know, dragons and...
Oh, that's what keeps you away from it, is because there's balls involved?
No, that's what makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm kind of like, you know, Beavis and Butt, like, she said butt, or, wow, fuck, I'm sorry, I'm a little out of
You're alright, man, me too, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been up since like 2 a.m., and I think we're gonna have to end the show early. I'm getting kind of tired, a little hungry. This has been No Outlet Live with your boy, the host you love the most on the North Coast, Jay Remy, accompanied by Anthony Miano. Don't forget to check out his book. Get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Where else, Anthony?
Author House, and if all goes well, it might be available at Books A Million stores soon.
In Books A Million stores?
Yes, I sent them a copy and a consignment agreement, and hopefully they will say yes.
Hopefully they will, and you should force it to be the will, God's will, just like No Outlet Live is. And we will see you guys next week. Don't forget to hit us up. Subscribe everywhere you can. We're everywhere. Just look up No Outlet Live, one word, in your Google search bar, and you will find us. We'll see you next week.
The Education of Jazz, with your host, Hakeem H., bringing you the absolute best for your listening pleasure in America's only true art form of music. I'll be playing your favorites each day, everything from Duke, Coltrane, Julian Cannonball Adderley, to George Duke, Bob James, Kenny G, and so many more. We'll have guest artists to interview, locally and national artists, and even a live call-in from you, the audience. Tune in daily from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. to unwind your day for the Education of Jazz.
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
It's that time of year again. The snow is getting ready to fall, and you're going to need a plowman to get you through the winter. Call Gifted Hands Landscaping. They handle all your lawn and snow care needs. Services include gutter cleaning, snow removal, leaf pickup, weed pickup, and more. Call Tate at 216-925-8473 to receive a free quote. Don't wait until the last minute. This is Cleveland. The snow is coming whether you like it or not. Again, that number is 216-925-8473. Gifted Hands Landscaping.
Our loved ones always die in December. I miss the night times that I can't remember. Venom-filled veins and stone-cold sedation. Drugs are amazing and I fucking hate it. Kick the dirt off from your heels, darling. There's hell inside of these eyes. Let's lose ourselves around the cold rings of Saturn tonight. Fade away deep down into the depths. I wanna be swept out to sea. Life can seem like an ill-conceived illusion. There's no solution for some sicknesses. My soul turns to stone and I sink into the abyss. Chasing pipe dreams has its drawbacks. And without you, the world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.